Hello, how are you? This is Jilly Bling, and I have a project using Thoughtful Expressions bundle. So this bundle includes the best dies ever. The dies are, and I pulled a few of them out of here, this beautiful shape. I don't know, I'm sure that there's a name for it, but shapes, lots of different nesting sizes, and die cuts to cut out most or all of these images. And look how perfect these work for words. So I'm going to do, this is for Avid Stampers. So if you're an Avid Stamper and you haven't bought this bundle yet, if you buy this bundle before, on or before February 5th, I would love to send you these upcoming 3 card kits. And I'll also be using Wonderful Thoughts, and that's mostly, oh, here's today's project for the words right here. Isn't that fun? Fun fold. Okay, let's get started. So this is in the mini catalog on page 62. And can you tell where the idea came from? So if ever you have a stamp set or a bundle and you're not quite sure where do I start? What do I do? Of course, Pinterest has great ideas, but making projects from the catalog, when you look at it here, it's like, oh, okay, that's okay, that's okay. But once you get it in person and you see it in person, and I know this one is a little bit different, but they're just so pretty. So give it a try. If ever in doubt, that needs a bling. Just try projects that are in the catalog, and you might be surprised at how nice they turn out. So these are some of the new gems, and they're perfect for this project because they have gold in them, and this card has definite hints of gold, and they're iridescent. They're called, I think, iridescent foil gems. The little sparkle in them is perfect for Freesia and Bubble Bath. Okay, so today's project has lots of gems on it. And for the little, this was my last minute add-on, a little bow. Maybe that could be shorter. It just needed a little something. Then I thought, there's enough going on already, but now that I've added it, it's cute. So we'll be using the foil gems, the Baker's Twine Essential Pack, and we looked at this. Oh, and I want to do a shaker card too. I think that will be the next project, project number 2 or project number 3. So this is for stamping and cutting stuff. So let's just start with the base, because I have a few definite tips on this project. So this is wild wheat, and it seems to be being used by me all the time. This and Pebbled Path, oh, I love them. So to get the frame, put this here, let's just figure out where all these pieces go. This is for the greenery. This is for, see this white circle? Pieces, okay, so to do the inside, we could do that. Just fold this in half, and I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog, and my blog is jillybling.com. But as soon as I get done with all 3 of them, then I'll put the paper cut sizes on there all at once. Because if I put them in a blog post right now and there was just one, it's like, well, where are the others? And it won't take long. Okay, fold it in half and then in half again. And these are going to go on here. This one will go right back here. I'll put it like that for now. 2 shimmery in color paper, and that's for this frame, and also for this larger, this one right here. Die cut pieces. I have these all ready to roll. So I'm going to get all the pieces that are already cut. There, these pieces, and this I just put the 2 dies together. Let's see if you can see that. And because they're perfectly nesting, it gave me the frame. Love it. So we'll use that. Okay, so to do the die right here, you know what, I have some adhesive that's temporary. I'm going to use that. First, just put a little bit of adhesive, and no matter what adhesive you have, even if you were to use a stamp and seal, use just a little bit so you can pull it off. And you'll see why that matters here in just a minute. Oh, we could do a double bow since it's handy. And if you decide that you want this kit, I'll be sending you your papers already folded and your double bows already done, and anything that I could do other than stamping, I'll have it done for you. Okay, so we'll be using that in just a minute. Okay, so back to where we were. These dies here, these are the two that I'm using. And for the hole, I'm going to put this, get it centered on my designer paper. I think I'm going to drop it down just a little bit lower this time. Okay, so I'm going to run these two pieces of paper through. I wish I could do 3 at one time, but cranking it through, I just don't get a good cut. So I'm going to do these two. And then, did I attach this? I attached that one well. Pretend like this wasn't attached real well. Or you can try it like this. Get this lined up. Put a little adhesive on, just to hold it in place. Then, because you have, if I could take this piece off, it would make it much easier. I didn't plan that very well. But if not, you could do all 3 at once, and with there a little bit less paper, it will cut through. Okay, and then run that through. Here we go. Yeah, needs to come off now. That's done, so it can be permanently attached. Oops. Okay, so the front is a bit happy. This could be attached. Fresh Freesia. Fresh Freesia Bubble Bath, they're my other favorite lately. Maybe it's just a springtime thing. Sure are pretty. Okay, so that goes there. Let's stamp the inside. And I'll do it just the same as this one is. My thoughts, you're in my thoughts today, stamped in Memento. Oh, and I was going to color in stuff before. Well, we'll do some coloring today. And if you mess up like that, oh boy did I ever. Good thing we didn't attach this, because, okay, no more messing up. Better. Then this in the corner. Okay, so these flowers are, I love them. Don't get me wrong, I love them, and I love abstract, but if you know me at all, you know I struggle. I struggle with abstract. I love it in the end, I love it, but working with it, I'm one of those that likes to have my T's crossed, my I's dotted, and the abstract thing, it can just be a challenge. And I say that because the flowers, when you go to color them, and the leaves, when you go to color them, you're not coloring in the box. There's things going on. And I'll show you in a minute. But don't get me wrong, you could see that I bought this, and I love it. And also, there's abstract impressions in the catalog, and that's another one I struggle with it. I like it after the fact, but it's a little challenging. Okay, designer paper. Oh, I didn't tell you. This is the designer paper that goes with the product suite. It is, this is Thoughtful Expressions. I think it's called Poetic. Here we go, Poetic Expressions. Poetic Expressions 12 by 12. Beautiful paper. Ooh, those are some good ideas too. Yeah, oh, and with the wavy trim, those are so pretty. Yeah. Could you imagine being like the concept artist? That's the one who makes the set. Or the artist who says, here is a bundle and a product suite. Make something pretty. I mean, that's very exciting, but oh my gosh, where do you start? Just so y'all don't have to do that, I'll do my part. I'll kind of change up things a little bit, but starting from nothing, oh my, isn't that pretty? I wonder if those papers went together, like when I was cutting them. Okay, so we're gonna color this. Okay, looking a little, oh, we could do this part, a little naked. Okay, let's see what we have. This frame goes on the outside. We could put that on. With liquid glue. Just because it'll stick well. That goes right onto here. Okay. Then, let's see what else. This doesn't have any stamping on it. So this can be attached to the gold layer. Wild wheat. Who knew? The color everyone did not like. Well, not everyone. A lot of people disliked just because it's, I don't know. I was one of them. I like it now. Okay, so this is going to go in here. So this is a trick to getting this lined up. So I'm going to put glue all on this side. Just like that. And then flop that open, put this right here. The white lined up. There might be an easier way, but this way works for me. So see how the white panel is right inside that hole? Then, okay, it's right where it wants to be. Close the door. You stay right there. Then close the door. Okay. So today is Sunday. There's a football playoff game going on, and Emma is here in town, and the kids, they're out shopping. Emma just sent me a message, hey, do you want anything? I'm like, no, it's fine, it's all good. So I'm hoping they'll be here soon, but not before we get done. Okay, that's set. Let that dry just a little bit. And, see, I didn't color any of these. Oops. See what else is here. The words. I put the words on. Well, maybe you should wait. Okay, so there's 3, 4, 5 things to color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll use these in just a minute. And I've got kind of a little trick going on here. I'll show you in just a minute. Okay, so I'm going to zip through this because there's so many things to color. Right over the dots. And this is Freesia Dark. And I am coloring abstract like. How's that? Not really taking time to blend any of it. 1, 2. Oh, this one here. This one is very abstract. So when you have this set and you're coloring it, you're probably going to say the same thing. It's like, where do I color? Little flowers, just a dot of color. I guess what's good about abstract is if I get outside the lines, I'll be like, yeah, I planned that. Okay, and Freesia Dark, coloring abstract. You know what, maybe I like abstract just because coloring is very easy. Alrighty. Freesia Light. You know, I might. So I'm leaving this area for the bubble bath. I'll do that again. I was going to say I might skip and just do it all Freesia. But there's hints of bubble bath in the designer paper on the front of the card. But I was thinking if I skip the bubble bath, it might make the flower petals a little bit more defined. And that might make me a little bit happier with this abstract business. But that's okay. Freesia. Then, these little guys are all Freesia. No bubble bath on them. And when it comes time to do a bubble bath, I'll hold it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. First of all, with the abstract art, and then also with the coloring. So we're going to go over to Mama and Bill's and watch the game. And some of us are going to work on a puzzle, and others of us are going to bring a stamping project to work on. And Emma's going to do homework. Michaela, I think she's going to do she's been crocheting. You should see this blanket she crocheted. It's sunflowers, each of the little blocks. It's one of like the granny square block crocheting, and it's huge. And it took her months to make. She was trying to get it done, I think, before Christmas. And I think she had a goal to get it done even before that. And it's so big, and she worked so hard on it. But she's on to something different now. It'd be fun to see what she's on to. Okay, so you can see where I colored and where I left room for bubble bath light. Okay, so when I'm coloring this bubble bath light, I'm going to complain a little bit about abstract. But you know, in the end, it's all a good thing. Okay, so all that white that I left on the petal is for bubble bath. Okay, doing good. Not really taking time to blend, but with this project, it's okay. Okay, see these two little rabbit ears? Right up there? What is that? Is that like when you take linen thread and kind of twist it back behind the focal point? What is that? So it's just one little bit. But you see right over here, there's another one. It's challenging for those that must color in the box, in the lines. So I'm just pretending like I know. Like this leaf, that's fine. This petal, I'm good with that one. This one, it's got stuff going on over there. They look like petals. Yeah. Oh, okay. There, where'd you color on this one? Yeah. Maybe I'll just do swishes of it. Those are ghost petals. Kind of like it. At first, the flower centers, oh, those are my ghost petals. My flower centers, I planned on coloring wild wheat, but didn't happen. I like those bling. So when it comes to coloring the leaves, I'm going to use Parakeet Party for the little leaves, and the leaves right next to the flower, I'm going to do in wild wheat. So it kind of continues with that vintagey look. Okay, so flowers are done for all. Wild wheat is for these bigger leaves. I'm doing wild wheat light. So I'm just coloring the whole thing in wild wheat light. I'm listening outside. It's like I hear the vehicles. So I know that, well, I would think they could drive together, because Emma, we were just talking with her. It's like, well, she goes, I could come for a visit. I always need me some family time. She's just in Portland now, so she's not too far away. And a few days ago, what is today, Sunday? Friday, this girl, she got back from Guam. It's like, Guam? Because she is in Navy Reserves, she has reserve duty. And she kind of extended it, say, I'll give you more of my time. You guys pay me a little bit more, and I'll stay longer. And they sent her, or she chose to go to Guam. Anyhow, she came back Friday, and I think she left at 7 a.m. Friday Guam time. And she arrived in Portland at 10 a.m. Portland time, the same day, even though it takes, I think, 18 hours of flying or something, some ridiculous, 12 hours of flying, some ridiculous amount of time. I'm like, aren't you tired? She goes, oh, I'll sleep. It's okay. So she had planned on coming here, and then she mentioned it to Evan and Michaela, and they're like, you always stay at the parents'. It's our turn. She's like, yeah, that's true. So she stayed over there last night, and she says, I'll be home after we eat breakfast. Okay, and what time is it now? Almost 1 o'clock. And I said, okay, park behind me, because Tony is out there still cleaning up after Ice-Mageddon. And he has to use part of the driveway for backup with the trailer, because he's cleaning up all these trees that went down. Boy, I get off topic often. Anyhow, so Emma said, well, I'm in town. Do you want anything? You need anything? We're just doing a little shopping. I'm like, oh, okay. Anyhow, I forgot what my topic was. Kids will be coming, I think all of them. And Tony is doing unloading of trees. And what's cool is because it was kind of rough on us here in Lane County, somehow they have a free tree drop-off for non-commercial. So residents that had tree damage and you clean it up, you could just drop off all that debris at this place. So he's like, oh my gosh, I was going to pay $15 per load. So he's already on his third trip. And that's just from in front of the house. He still has to do the yard. At first he said, well, the front of the house out on the road, that belongs to the county. That's their property. And he's like, yeah, but they're not going to clean it up for months. They've got so much to do. So guess what he chose to do today? Out in the front. He loves it. I love my stamping room. He loves his gardening. So if ever you come here, if you tell him, oh, your yard, it's a park-like setting, those words right there, even if he doesn't look at you with a big beaming smile, those words are magic to his ears. That's like his goal. I don't know what my stamping goal is. Do cool stuff. Do fun stuff with new product. Parakeet. Okay, should you really be putting parakeet with these vintagey colors? I don't know, but I kind of like it. Did I get it from the catalog? No. They used vintagey. I think they used mossy meadow. Well, I like parakeet. I like granny apple too. Okay, a little bit more. So we have Emma until Monday morning. Woohoo! And this semester her classes are online and no labs. You know, where you have to go in and you have to spend time at the labs. So she's happy. That's how she got away with 2 weeks in Guam. Because she was doing school, but it was online. She says they didn't have a car for her, so she had to go about and scrounge to get her own car. She goes, it was such a rinky little car, she couldn't believe it. Hotel, she goes, it's no Ritz-Carlton. Yeah. Okay, oh, I have something to show you. Okay, are you like, well, what are those flowers in there? Here, I'll show you a good example and a bad example. Okay, so if this is here, and I'm going to put more prettiness up here. What those extra ones are is, okay, when I open this, okay, you ready? Cute, cute. Oh, see that? That's bad. Okay, let's fix it. Let's fix her up. So, another die cut white piece. You don't have to do it, but after you know, there is technology to do it. Yeah, look how clean and nice that is. Yep. Okay, dry. And it's just the ones on the front, because the inside flowers, they're stamped, and the flower on the little pop-up insert, you don't see the back of that. Yeah. And this came about because a few years ago I was making something, it's like, oh, I don't like that. Oh, what should I do? And somebody in the comments was like, well, just do another die cut. And I'm like, I don't want to color it over again. And then I caught on to what they're talking about. Finally using it. This one we don't have to do because that's right here. Okay, let's start building. Let's build this. So for placement, I'm going to put one dimensional, put it right where I want it. Same with the outside. And that is because I've got a whole lot of stuff to tuck in. This one can have 2 of them. A whole lot of stuff to tuck in, and that's tuck-in area. So when I put this one right here, see how I'm going to be tucking it in? That's kind of sticking. It's okay. Okay, don't do what I did. These dimensionals can go lower. Ooh, do those stick? Okay, I have a fix for that too. First of all, if they come off just fine, like that one, that's good. This one was giving me a hard time. Okay, so there's a little bit of residue left. If ever that happens, first of all, try your adhesive remover. Okay, that worked. If that didn't work, if there was still residue, take your embossing buddy. Oh, all my embossing buddies. You know that little pouch? Tap it on there and it won't have any more sticky. Okay, back on task. So I'll say 2 dimensionals. Put this in place. Right about there. Then put the words on. I'm going to need more dimensionals. And I want the words kind of with the greenery on it, right in the middle. Well, this one I did a little bit lower. So this one, the frame is just a little bit lower. This one, the frame is up higher. Not by much. Do you have a preference? Okay. So next are these sprigs. That could go right about there. More dimensionals. That one is close. Maybe I'll make it a little bit lower. That's better. Okay, so looking cute. Bow could go last. So on the inside, I'm going to put one of each of these greenery pieces. That one and this one. Those go on the inside. And then the rest go on the front. Okay, and then this flower didn't have, oh, if you can, use the host code. I'll put that in the description when you order your bundle. That would be appreciated. Okay, a little bit more to hold it in place. Okay, so the inside is done. The flap is done. Now, just a little more decorating on the outside, the greenery. But I like to put the liquid glue on the stem and maybe just a few of the lower leaves. These big leaves, I'll have them close to the flower. Not sure why that's sticking. I know. It was the layers of paper. I have 2 layers for the flower. Isn't that fun? It's so springtime. This would be a good anniversary card. There's some words that are really nice. Where in the world would I be without you? Oh, I like that. If I gave Tony this card and it said that on it, he would like it, he'd smile it, he'd appreciate the words, he'd set it up on the counter, and then in a week, it would end up in here. Like, there you go, thanks. Such a guy. Okay, so that's looking good. Let's put this bow on. So because the fiber is so small, I'm going to fold this in half, put the bow on there, just because I don't want the inside of the card, the envelope, finding the glue dot and it's sticking together. And you could put the bow wherever you like. Kind of covers the words, but I'm in an abstract way of thinking. Okay, so the flowers need a little bit more holding on, a little bit more adhesive, such as dimensional, because each of them have only 1. They need at least 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Then the bling. Are we done? That wasn't so bad, huh? Yeah, my cards are a little fussy, but they're really pretty. Okay, that should do it. Okay, and now the bling. Bling. Foil gems, love them. So, well, let me show you. This one I did 3 little ones, a big one. A big one, big one, big one. I think I'll stick to that plan. So, a big one on this flower, and then 3 little ones on here. Okay, and on the inside, a big one. And the 2 on the inside, a big one, and another big one. Okay, that is it. And keep in mind, I'm going to do 2 more projects using the same product suite. They'll look different. They'll be very different. But it's always good to have ideas. Okay, if ever you have that, get your adhesive remover. I don't even know what that was. But it's gone now. Okay, there it is. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great day. If you haven't already, hit the like and the subscribe button. I'd appreciate it. Okay, bye.